Hey, Ladybug. Hey, Chit Chat. How y'all doing? Hey, Gummit. Serious storms there. Hey, Lynn. How y'all doing? Ladybug, you be careful. Hey, Carrie. I'm telling you. It's what I heard, Ladybug. It's what I heard. Y'all be careful. Whatever you do. Hey, Paula. I don't know, look. I don't know. Thought I'd come on and, you know, hang out a little bit, you know, see what's going on. Hey, Tiana. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Laura. Hey, Pamela. So how y'all doing? Hey, D. Hey, Judy. Tiana, you okay? Hey, Pandies. Hanging in there, D. Yeah. Yeah, it was nice down here. Hey, Pamela. I don't know, Pamela. Uh, really? That's good. I reckon it's supposed to start back some storms around here about Wednesday or Thursday, I think. Cheryl says hello to everyone and welcome, love. Hey, Alice. Oh, my goodness. Hey, Kay Watson. I'm hanging in there. Y'all need rain there? Uh, live here. Uh, but, yeah, Judy. You're a skeeter magnet. Yeah. You're in Florida. I go there 2 or 3 times a year. Uh, yes, hit that like button, guys. As you all know, uh, me and Wanda has come back to Alabama. Okay. Uh, Thank none, Gary. Yes. I did. Uh, yeah, it'll be a while. We were down there just a month or so ago, a couple months, I guess. Been so day. Yeah, I know that. Uh, yeah, me and Wanda, we moved back down to Alabama. Um, so it's just gonna be, you know, me and Wanda now, and I'm sure now that I'm down here in Alabama, I can get Joseph from time to time come to a challenge with me. Uh, Wanda is my aunt. Um, this was my mother. She passed March 27th this year. Uh, I've got her in this urn right here. Part of her, and part of her I've got it buried next to her mother. Um, it's rough on her, Ladybug. Uh, but I ain't getting allergy stuff. Yeah, my sinus has been messed up for a while. Thank you, Pamela. I know that, Alice. Um, you know, things just didn't work out. You know, I mean, it happens sometimes. You know, um, but I don't want anybody to look down on Charmin because of this. Uh, she helped me with my mom for a long time. Um, she done great, but I think a lot of stress got to her and to us, and it's just one thing after another. So we know it was just the best thing, you know. Um, you know, Charmin is a good woman. She really is. Um, and I know she's going to watch this. No matter we're together or not, you know, you always got that little spot, you know. Uh, yeah. Um, but what made you talked about, before, you was spot on with it. Um, but everybody's got their faults. You know, um, for the ones that's new, um, my mom fought for her life for 19 months, bedbound. Um, and it was rough. Um, but I'd do it again 1,000 times. Uh, but I wouldn't wish it back on her. Uh, and I can't complain because she's a tough old codger. Hey, Jen. Uh, you know, there's no two wrongs or no two rights in this situation here. Not this time. Um, so I want everything to be, out and open and clear. I mean, y'all know how I am. Y'all are family. I don't beat around the bush about nothing. Um, I tell you the way it is, you know. And it, you know, not only mother, but I also take care of my Aunt Wanda. Um, and for the ones of you that's new, when you stick around a minute, you'll see her. I don't know if you can see her or not. She's right there playing on her tablet right there right now. Uh, yeah. Uh, today, uh, well, we've been down here for 2 days. Uh, now tomorrow, I've got to go back up there and get a U-Haul and bring the rest of our other stuff back down here and put in the storage till we get us a place. But this is just me being me, explaining myself. You uh, and I hope all of you take it to heart. Um, in this situation, I just want to make sure that everybody knows that there's no two wrongs or no two rights in this one. But we was staying at my sister's for a couple of days, and we as we was coming off the mountain, coming back down into Scottsboro, we stopped by the graveyard, uh, and I turned the PS on for a few minutes. Uh, I've yet to listen to that video. I think it's about 5 minutes or six or something like that. But I'm going to do that here after a while, probably. Um, you might need earbuds. You might not. Um, some of it I know you won't. Uh, but it was very good. It was short, but it was sweet. Uh, yes, Alice. Uh, well, we put in some applications for some apartments. So far, we've hit three, but there's kind of pressure with time, because we want to get our stuff out of the way, for Charmin. Um, so in the morning, I'm going to go get Raymond, and he's going to ride with me and Wanda up there, and we're going to get a U-Haul, and he's going to drive the U-Haul back, because I can't drive two vehicles. So that'd be a big help. No, there's no shame in that. There's no shame in that. I mean, you know, regardless, me and Sharma's not together or whatever. I, I don't hate Sharman. I couldn't. I just couldn't. I wouldn't if I could. Uh, but um, she was attached to Wanda as well, and Wanda was her. Um, you know how? I guess the best way for me to describe it. You know how pretty much in all families, when someone that's the rock in the family dies, everybody goes their own separate way, and you usually don't speak or see or hear of cousins, uncles, aunts, whatever, unless there's another funeral or a wedding or something. Nobody gets together anymore, and everybody just changes. Well, I think a lot of that was part of this as well. When Mother passed, I started noticing a lot of changes in all of us after that. So, I mean, two wrongs don't make a right, kind of thing. So, uh, we all got our faults, and we all got our good points, and it don't make us, bad people or whatnot. If it shows that we're human. Um, but if you've been here a minute, you know that I gave my word that I would take care of Wanda till she goes or I go. And not long ago, for you new ones, watch this. Uh, when I was putting some of Mother's remains up there by her mom, uh, my grandmother reminded me of that promise. Um, and I believe now, I honestly believe I heard something about. I, I thought they was talking about Wanda had fell off the bed or something, but then I got thinking about it. When we was living here in Alabama, when them people took Mother's equipment out from under her, and we put Wanda's little old half bed in the living room, Mother fell off that half bed, and that's what made them bruises on her legs, and since she didn't have good circulation, it just caused it to deteriorate. Um, so uh, when I listen to this thing back, I don't tell what it's gonna be. I'm telling you. Uh, if y'all listen for, how I tell you all the time in in the realm, you may hear something 1 minute, and you may hear the rest of it 5 minutes later. You have to kind of read between the lines with the deceased, uh, and I'm telling you, they said something about her falling out of bed, but I thought they was talking about one. I don't know. And Wanda said, "No, I didn't. I don't reckon, but your mother did." And yeah, uh, well, if if tensions rise and everybody's in the same home, you know, and you don't have time away. Everybody needs a little time away every once in a while. And I think that was probably some of the biggest, the majority of it, uh, is spending too much time together. Um, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of people that can do it, and it never bothered them. But you know, everything happens for a reason. This happened for a reason, and we're going to end up finding out why eventually. Um, I don't know if it's got something to do with, I don't know, but I'm thinking. So we'll see. um, but for you new ones, I will show you here. Here is my mom in her Elvis urn. King of rock and roll. Okay, there you go. Uh, but yeah, when we get back, um, I'm gonna pick Raymond up about 6 o'clock in the morning. We should be back by 8 or 8:30 or so anyway, if traffic ain't too daggum bad. Um, I thought we had more stuff than we did. We got more little stuff than we do big stuff. Um, so it should go pretty good having Raymond's help there. Um, I know Sharman, she'll have to be at work. She won't get home till about 4:30 or something, 5 sometimes. Yeah, she did. Um, you know, you your word is your bond. You're only as good as your word. Um, but we all gave that to Mother too, and I think that's the the mainest part that bothers me. Um, but other than that, it's just life. Yes, ma'am. But, well, the Bible speaks of it, trials and tribulations. What was that? Um, but yeah, I mean, just cause y'all don't see her on here anymore or anything, just don't think no less of her or nothing like that stuff. And bless her for what she's has done for mother and Wanda and for myself. Um, I think even once we turn them applications in to them apartments, it's probably going to be a while before we would even get, notified, unless they're in a hurry to fill one. Um, so we may be in a place like this in a hotel or something like that. Uh, but that's why I'm trying to get in all the information I can tonight, because time we get back tomorrow night, I don't know if I feel like going live. Uh, that's 6 hours up there and 6 hours back, not counting loading that stuff up. So I'm figuring probably about an hour, 45 minutes to the hour, probably loading everything up. Um, so it's going to be a heck of a day. Um, hey, Sabina, I understand that, love. Uh, yeah. So now that y'all know, that's almost impossible until we, you know, get a place and everything. And then once I see that we get a place, then I'll be fine. Um, and I have faith. You know, if there's anything about me, uh, people know I have faith. I know the good Lord will help me and help us. He always has and always will. Um, and like I said, everything happens for a reason. So y'all keep that in your thoughts and prayers uh, as well. You get my drill. Um, I think that now that we're down here in Alabama, Tennessee's only about Tennessee state line's only about 45 minutes from here. Um, so I think we can probably, if I don't get to go live tomorrow, is what I'm saying. Um, uh, the following day, then we'll get back on Sebastian and some other, you know, children as well. Uh, and if we end up being down here in Scottsboro part, then we'll do some searching in the Tennessee area a pretty good bit. Uh, for one, to get her not just stuck in a place like this, day in, day out kind of thing. Two, uh, may get some leads. Um, I know when we was up there in Illinois and last 2 nights there, uh, I did uh, one girl one night, another girl the next night, and heard pretty good bit. So, and what was pretty neat about that was the night before that we heard Rose say there was a 13-year-old girl missing. Uh, so we got to hear about that. So that's pretty awesome. Uh, well, I tell you what, um, I ate something today. We went over to the Chinese restaurant and I ate something uh, today, about 2 hours ago, or maybe three. But something was going on. I don't know what it was. But anyway, today is the eighth day. So today is the first time I took a bite in 8 days. And I stood on my sister's scales yesterday and had lost 26 pounds. I know not eating is not good, but what a lot of people don't realize is over the last few months we've done a lot of fast food and traveling and all this and that and other, and it builds up. Um, a lot of people couldn't go 4 or 5 days without a bite. Um, it does make me feel better getting some of that weight up there. 26 pounds, that ain't bad. Well, probably got 25 now, but I mean, yeah, I mean 26 back now, or still 26 now, I guess. After eating that, but anyway, we uh, we stayed at my sister's for a couple of days. We seen Larry. He has still not went back to the daggone doctor. Uh, we seen Joseph. Um, uh, so he knows he's in for it now since I'm back. So yes. Well, thank you guys. Bless you. Uh, that may be another reason this took place. I don't know. There's a reason for it, and it may not. It, now that I come to think of it, things can make you act a certain way and do certain things that you normally wouldn't do. Barry's in bad shape, guys. Okay. Uh, he's got congestive heart failure. He's got leakage around his heart. Um, stage 4 lung cancer. Um, he's weak, but he's like he's been through so much. I swear he's better than a cat. You think a cat got 9 lives? I think he got 50. Like, uh, yeah, y'all come on up with them mics now. Don't hey, just cause I'm not in Illinois, don't think I ain't gonna stay on you about them daggum mics now. Y'all know it helps the channel. Uh, and it's still the same thing. There ain't nothing changed. You get it to 50, that's when we turn the spirit box on. Uh, which had to be after tomorrow because apparently I left my speaker up there in a bag and one of my other phones, but I went ahead and just bought another speaker today, um, just to be on the safe side. But uh, yeah, good deal, Ladybug. You know, it's it's sad that we couldn't make it work. But then again, we're not supposed to question things that we don't understand. Uh, as far as you know, the Lord's work, we're not supposed to question it. It's not meant for us to know until He's ready for us to know. And I've just got a feeling that it's about somebody from down here. I'm just telling you. Um, of course, I wish things could have worked out. Of course, but it's okay. It's okay. We'll make it. Um, the Lord loves us, and we know you guys love us, and that's the support we need. Yes, that's kind of what I'm thinking, Alice. That or this, I don't know, but I do know. Charmin asked me here a while back. She said, "You miss Alabama, don't you?" And I'm like, "Well, I miss my family, you know, but now that I'm back, it it was good up there, but there's always a difference when you come back to where you're originally from. There's that feeling, and we felt that feeling. Uh, and today when we was at the graveyard, Wanda really felt it. So there's no complaints on our end. Um, like I said, they will nothing change. We will still be doing 50 to do the spirit box. We'll still be doing our drawings, our giveaways, whatever, whatnot. Um, I mean, there's none of that going to change. Um, the only thing that may change is instead of me ever trying to push it just to 100, maybe to like 70 or 75. Maybe like on a Saturday or something like that, so a lot of people don't have to go to work the next day. If I don't get to go live early enough, if you know what I mean. Uh, but also now, got to get rid of some of this daggum merch now, because back down here in Alabama, I'll be back down here with Kayla, you know, and she's the one that makes this stuff. So uh, after tomorrow, we'll probably be hanging out with her a pretty good bit. Uh, I know she's threw some ideas at me, and once she prints them out, I will show you guys on paper what it's going to look like. Um, so there's some new stuff coming, and don't have to pay shipping. Send it all the way to Daggum, Illinois. Daggum, she's just 20 minutes down the road. Tiana, Tiana, don't worry about anything, love. Let the Lord take care of it. Like I said, faith is the strongest power they are on earth. And you know how you felt that day. And you've got to keep that feeling, especially when you walk in that doctor's office. You just keep talking to the Lord. You'll be fine. The Lord don't do nothing halfway. Everybody throw out prayers for Tiana. Hey Phyllis, how you doing, love? It's back to just old JD. There you go. Okay. We're all either wore out, half dead, sick, dealing with storms, dog problems, you know, something. We all got a little of something. Hey, Cricket. You know, and two, one thing that will make Wanda happy again too is, uh, you know, start doing some challenges with Joseph. Um, if y'all remember back, yes, if y'all remember back, Mother and Wanda used to love to sit back and listen to me and Joseph do these challenges. And let me tell y'all what this sneaky nut did to us, for y'all new ones, or some of you that's been here a while might not even know. Me and Joseph did. We was gonna try, or no, we didn't try. We did. We did the world's hottest gummy bear. That gummy, okay, and I think it was the gummy bear. And anyhow, uh, I don't think we had no ice cream. Uh, only just a little bit of cotton candy that day, I think. And that's the way we usually do it when we do hot sauce challenges: is cotton candy, ice cream, and milk and things like that. Well, let me tell you something. What this nut job daggum did, okay? I- I- Instead of telling us ahead of time, uh, she let us do the challenge. No, 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 no. It was not the gummy bear. It was the 2023 uh, 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 one chip challenge. Yes, the one chip challenge. Yes. Hey, Beck, they done the and anyhow, we couldn't find no ice cream, so Joseph grabbed the milk out of the refrigerator and you know started pouring our cups, and we was killing it, and everything. And a few minutes later, I was like, I'm normally not like this. I can handle some heat, but I was like, something ain't right here. And I heard Mother and Wanda laughing, and louder than usual. And if you go back and listen to that video, you'll hear it. What she done was the milk was out of date, and it was sitting behind, I guess, the tea jug or something. And Joseph just reached back there and grabbed it. Well, we drank that whole gallon, and she didn't tell it. You remember that, Wanda? Do you remember when me and Joseph did that one chip challenge?
Yeah, and you drank that milk. It was slightly on the red side.
We couldn't even tell it. As far as just drinking it, we couldn't tell that.
I
Yeah,
tried to tell them, they didn't listen to me.
you did not tell us till
Yes,
after
I did.
till it was over with.
No, I
Yes.
told you up top, and told you what they got with that refrigerator wasn't good. And
No.
it was good. So,
Hey, well, no, she didn't gonna tell. But anyhow, Joseph called me the next morning and asked me how I do it, and I said, I'm sick as a daggum dog. He said, wonder what in the world's in that chip? And I said, it wasn't in the chip. He said, well, what was it? And I said, one that told me that daggum milk was running. And I tell you what, yeah, she trying to get out of it. But let me tell you something. I tell you what, they had a kick over that. Uh, I don't remember what mother was asking Joseph something to do something or something. Anyway, he was trying to get that milk poured, and he said, I can't. And next thing you know, he was having over the sink. And I guess it took 2 or 3 days for that to wear off. Uh, so she got us. She really got us. And then if y'all go back and watch, I got them. Well, basically, mother. I set up a hidden speaker with a voice recording on it, calling her name and making it sound like it was coming from down the hall. And she started flipping out. And anyway, it done good. It turned out real good. So if y'all hadn't seen that one, watch the hidden speaker prank. Yes. That I know it. Daggum it, Paula. Daggum it. doing me like that. I would just feel awful. But you know, we probably we probably deserved it in some which way. But you know, it's the, from all y'all's support has brought me more than I would say 60 or 70% from mother's death. As far as the total depression part, because now I think of things that were good, um, things that she enjoyed. You know, it's it's still hard for me to watch, uh, but I don't have to watch it. I can hear it in my head. Uh, but I can tell you guys to watch it and check it out. Um, and me and now mother's still bedbound. Mother was still bedbound, and me and Sharman tried to do a prank on Wanda. Okay, and what we done, I don't know if y'all. Hey, Michelle. I don't. Yes, Phyllis. I lost her March 27th, about 1 o'clock in the morning. She fought for 19 months. So, uh, here's a picture of her. You remember seeing her, I know. And here's her urn. You know how she was an Elvis fan. So I had to get her Elvis urn. So I've got the majority of her here in this one. And then I bought a vault, a marble vault. This is solid marble. And I bought a solid uh, white and gray um, vault uh, to put the rest of the remains in. And I buried her up there by her mother, by one I call Mama, up there at the graveyard. Uh, so that'll be the video that comes out next that y'all get to see. Um, and really, really, really pay attention to what's being said. I'm telling you. I think I'm hearing my granddad talk a lot too. Um, he likes hearing himself. Um, hey Ashley, yeah, thank you, love, thank you, and thank you for being here. Uh, like I said, y'all's support for 100% has helped me. You know, go from. Of course, I still grieve. Of course, that. Um, but um, there is to where I'm now, like I said, thinking of the good stuff. You know, uh, so far I've only had probably 5 or 6 dreams of mother, uh, and it's good ones. Um, and about a week ago, I don't know if I mentioned this to y'all or not, um, but um, I got up and uh, I thought, you know, Sharman walked into the YouTube room, so I walked in, behind her when I got my socks on and got in there, and there was nobody in there. And I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. So I turned around and I went in the living room and she was sitting on the couch. And I said, move that blanket. I said, let me see what you're wearing. And she was wearing a pair of shorts. Sometimes Charmin will wear pajamas or shorts or a little gown. And the woman I seen had a gown on, uh, had stripes on it. Uh, and Wanda said that's the one that mother passed in. But I only seen the back of her, just about mid shoulder, stepping into the YouTube room. Uh, like I said, no more than 7 or 8 feet away. But I just woke up and just put my glasses on, you know. Um, I figured she's in there hunting something, and but that was pretty neat. And then there's also a video that we did. I was doing, I think, a session for someone or something. I can't remember, but I heard mother holler my name, and I said it on that video. I said, I heard mother holler, and I hope the camera caught it. And I had to turn the TV up, and they're about full blast to hear it. But you can hear it plain as day, saying John David. Um, and I turned it up that loud so Wanda could hear it, and Wanda heard it. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Hey, man, Gene, they gonna. Alice says, "Hey, Miss Wanda, we love you."
Hey, I love y'all too.
But other than just me and Sharma not being together, there's nothing changed as far as the channel goes. Um, we're still going to do everything the same. Uh, but like I said, instead of trying to push 100, I'll do like 70 or something like that on the weekend or something, uh, just to do a better drawing or something like that. Uh, but uh, bless you, Michelle. Thank you, love. Um, I'm glad I got to come on tonight and talk about this and get it out and open and let everybody know what's going on. I mean, it is what it is, daggum it. I mean, we ain't kids no more, you know. We got to just deal with it and take it and go on, you know. Yes, Becky, she is. Can't find one no better. Uh, yes, it's happened. It's happened, and that's another reason that I love you guys so much. Is you know, no matter what the situation is, you always show your support, and that's what makes us a family. It's real love here. Yes, I'm trying to plug up her phone. Um, I think, if I'm not badly mistaken, the one of the best uh, uh, apartments that we've seen so far was in uh, Albertville, Alabama. Now that's about 25, 30 minutes from here on the other side, which is okay too because that's closer to my children. Um, uh, they they look nice, and I remember when I was working at the furniture company, I delivered there one time, and they're laid out pretty nice. So that's good. And it's kind of right close to everything. You got a Walmart, Dollar Tree, Dollar Store, all that stuff. So, uh, and then one of them is in Arab, which is about still about 30 minutes from Grant, uh, and it's kind of close to the hospital out there where we very first took mother the very first time when she had her first stroke. Um, who knows? Who knows? Like I said, we're just right now we're pressured with time. We don't have time to been looking too much. Day was tired. We ain't had much rest. Um, I think when we get back tomorrow night and get some rest, then we can get out and start hitting down here over toward Kayla's Way, um, New Hope, Owens Crossroads. It's all in about a 60-mile radius circle kind of thing we're trying to kind of stay in. Um, and two, that way, if one ever, wants to go to church or something like that, I could always take her to church and I can go sit with Johnny, mother's old man, while she was at church house, something like that. Uh, so, uh, I know my daughters were kind of hurt at me when, I moved off, but I'm going to explain that too, so everybody knows. Hey Reese, how you doing? Um, I know, Phyllis. I know exactly where you at, love. Uh, uh, I hadn't yet, but that's where my aunt Katrina lives, up there next to Fife. Uh, I want to ask her as well and see if she's seen anything. I'm gonna get a swapper and a paper, see if there's anything in it. I'm gonna call some realtors and things like that and see what we can get into. Um, I believe it'll be all right. I mean, but for you know, yeah, I moved to Illinois uh, for a while, but we come back 2 days ago. Me and Wanda did. Um, so yeah, I'm back in my old stomping grounds. Daggone it. But getting to see, everybody that's still alive, right now, it was good. We didn't get to see Lindsay today. My niece, she is having to work, but uh, and Josh, Shannon's uh, boy, Shannon was going to go with us tomorrow out there and help us uh, load that truck, but Josh has got some football games, so she ain't gonna be able to go. So it's just gonna be me and Raymond and Wanda. Um, but that guy, when we rented that U-Haul and brought our stuff from Alabama to Illinois, it was just outrageous price. It was about $4 or $5 and or a little more. And the guy that we took the U-Haul to out there in Illinois, because we just did it one way, uh, he said that we should have started from there and just went. He said it's cheaper. Uh, so now I'm gonna go to him. I don't know how much cheaper, but it don't make no difference. Cheaper. Uh, you doggone right. I don't want to keep asking for the lie. Uh, y'all keep it going. Leisure East, but right now I wouldn't have no way to pay you back right now. Look, um, I only get paid once a month uh, through Social Security and through YouTube. So, uh, but y'all know that uh, my bank got hacked, or my card at that Casey's store. Now you go in and you can't even use your card no more. They got a sign in there that says cash only. It took about $4,600 from me. So, um, but I mean, if somebody wants to donate, feel free. But I'm not asking you to. I'm not asking nobody to. But if anybody does want to, you can hit my cash out. If you don't know my cash out, hit me up on Facebook or Messenger under John Holt, and I'll give it to you. Cause see down here, I don't know how it is where everybody else lives, but once you get a place, no matter where you get, you have to. Oh yes, I love fishing and hunting. Uh, you have to pay your first month's rent plus your deposit. You know, kind of thing. And that may be the way it is all around the world now. I don't know, but that's the way it is down here. Well, Reese, that's up to you, honey. That is totally up to you. Um, but I mean, we gotta get the U-Haul tomorrow. You know, once we get up there, and then when we get back, then that's when, you know, if we find something, that's when we're really gonna have to be on game. Uh, and that's why I was saying that we may end up having to stay somewhere like this right here until the following month, because we got all this junk here going on, you know, uh, killing days of being able to find a place. Uh, so uh, it's just time consuming. But Risa, that's totally up to you, love. I'll leave that up to you. That's totally up to you, honey. If you want to help some which way, feel free. But I'm not asking you to. I never asked anybody to do that. But if you do it, you do it because that's what you want to do. Um, one good thing about it is one tank of gas gets me from here to Illinois. When I get half tank, I know I'm halfway. Like, uh, But once we get into a place and get things you know smoothed out, you know, then who knows? We may can even get a little 3 bedroom. I mean, I tell Wanda we could get a 2 bedroom, and that'd be fine for us. But if we could get a 3 bedroom, you know, if that's all they had or whatnot, I'm gonna make it a YouTube room. So, and where, man, I tell you what, up there in Illinois, and well, from the other side of Tennessee up is like 397, and uh, somewhere I was saying at 398 or 99, something like that. That's just price gouging, daggone. So it's not cheap. It's not cheap doing this. Yeah, remember that's 6 hours up there, 6 hours back, not counting loading that stuff up, taking it and putting it in the storage, and then driving the truck back to the parking lot down here to this U-Haul place, and then taking Raymond home, and then coming back down here to the hotel. So that's why I'm trying to get out. Uh, I wished it was around here, love. Uh, One we got last time was, I think, it was either 460 something or 480 something. I can't remember. But you got to have the same amount of gas in it as what you leave with. They go with a camera and film it. They crank it and check the gas and look for scratches and all that good stuff before you leave. So, bless you, Risa. I know it, Alice. Well, you already got them birdhouses things coming. Uh, her daughter got that sword today, that glow in the dark neon green. They'll need to get them a good black light. Uh, but I still got all them other ones that I got to get. Want to get out there, and everything. Uh, so it's gonna be some work for tomorrow and the next day, and then when we find one accepts us, you know, then you know, prayingly by then we can sell enough or do enough to be financially able to uh, get like a little U-Haul and haul the stuff to the apartment. Uh, is what I'm praying for. Uh, so yeah, it's just not cheap. 288. Goodness, that's just nonsense, man. Tell y'all what's true. Uh, uh, yeah, I love fishing, love hunting. Uh, I don't know if I told all y'all. Some of y'all might have heard. Uh, Larry here about a month ago, he wanted to go over to the pond and go fishing. Uh, and Joseph was on one side, and he was on the other, and Larry ended up falling in the pond. So Joseph had to hurry and go get him out. He was too weak to get out on his own. Bless. Yeah, I love fishing. Uh, let me check my phone. Look and see, look. But grab both of them just to be on the safe sides. I tell you what, this chair I'm sitting in, it'll kill somebody. You lean back in it, you're gonna be on the floor. Teresa car. Bless you, love. Bless you, love. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now that I can give back to you. That I can give back to you. Um, 389. Yeah, it was. Bless you, love. Yes, payback. I will do it. That's just me. But I know there's a good amount. I couldn't for a while, but that I can. Uh, now to be first of the month. Next month for I can. Unless we start selling some stuff. But bless you. Um, you know, yeah. I guess you done took her hearing aid out. I know that race, but I will. That's just who I am. That's the way I am, love. And I wish it'd keep dropping. Do y'all remember when gas got down to like almost near like $2 a gallon there for a while? I mean, they bless you, love. Thank you. Uh, but that's the only way I know to tell anybody. If y'all ever anybody does ever want to donate to the channel, just hit the cash out. Because if you send it to the channel through uh, super chat or anything like that, then YouTube gets a part of it. And then it's 21 days before I get any of it. So, really, Mammy Jean, maybe we all need to move to Canada. Alice, like I said, I ate a plate today, uh, but I needed to get some of that weight off. Uh, uh, Tiana can tell you. I mean, just the time that she was with us for about a week. I mean, it was fast food, just all the time. Um, so it didn't hurt a thing to do this, and I think that's pretty good. 26 pound in 8 days. So, but I just don't want. I mean, it messed my stomach up once I ate. Um, but uh, maybe I can get back to it gradually, a little at a time. is what I'm praying for, and not so much as fast food, but us having to live like this, we ain't got much of a choice. Um, so I'm gonna, uh, yeah, um, we'll call it whatever you want, love. Become the first, I'll give it back. Who knows? I might need it again one of these days. Uh, you know, that was probably the longest I ever stayed out of Alabama all my life. Um, because I did go to Tennessee for a while, but I was only up there for 3 or 4 months, I think. Um, as far as to live, um, but it was nowhere near Kingsport or anything such as that. Um, um, and then I lived uh, going northeast over into Fort Payne, going east of Tennessee for about 4 years. That's where the Alabama boys lived over in Fort Payne. If y'all remember the Alabama band, that's where all them lived. Uh, I knowed all them personally. My grandpa uh, built the cabinets that was in Jeff Cook's house. Uh, my grandpa and dad owned a roofing company, and uh, he uh, stopped and asked Grandpa one day if he would do it. And Grandpa said, "Yeah," so he did. Uh, uh, there's all a pretty good bunch of boys, but Jeff he passed here a while back, Parkinson's disease. Um, they got a fan club museum like thing over there in Fort Payne. I may go through one day and show you guys. Um, and over there too is where Little River Canyon is. Um, boy, I bet that thing's running right now. If y'all ever seen any of them videos? Oh, I'm aimed to take me a pillar with me tomorrow. That's for sure. Uh, I know that, Reese, but that's just not the way I am now. Uh, if everything works out good, like I said, we'll be back tomorrow night about 8:30, 9 o'clock, uh, and then the following morning, when we finally get up, we can get out and start looking down here in Scottsboro, and then go from there. Right now, we only found three uh, apartments that had any vacancies at all, and Aberville and Gunnersville. So uh, we'll, yeah, congratulations. My goodness. Well, you welcome, love. Daggum. I'm sorry I look like a woolly booger. I ain't shaved, trimmed up, or nothing. Daggum. I ain't felt like it or cared about it. Uh, and for you new ones, uh, if you go back and watch any of my videos, me and Tiana and Charmin and Wanda and Sissy, we went to St. Augustine, Florida's lighthouse. Y'all can check that video out as well. And then we went into the captain's quarters house that managed the grounds there. Uh, so y'all can check that out. Um, oh my goodness. Well, y'all, every one of you know, and ones that's new, it won't take you a day or two. You'll see real quick. I take care of Wanda. That's just that's my word, and I don't go against it. You see 43, I see 42. But we got 45 people in there. Earlier we had 50 or 51. Are you okay or what?
Yeah.
There you go. MG. Bless you, love. Uh, kind of so. I mean, there's a lot. This is a lot on all of us, in a short period of time. That's that's what I was. Hey, love, Agnes. Uh, losing mother, and then this. I mean, it's just a lot all in one short period of time here. It's enough to get on anybody's nerves, So I got to do everything I can in my power to keep her occupied and you know keep her going. Uh, and she's doing what she loves to do right now, play on that daggum tablet. Uh, and I'm just I'm doing the best I can, you know, and I believe I did the best I could with mother, and I have no doubt in my mind that I didn't. Kids on cell phones over here. They go. Oh, look here, hands eating. Ain't that meaning money's supposed to come? Lord, look here. Maybe they eat you all night long. Money, 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 money. Yes. Uh huh. I seen him today. Okay. Um, August Rush. Welcome. Hope you subscribe. I know this ain't a regular uh, live like I normally do, doing spirit box sessions or challenges or whatever. But uh, we are going to go out west in August. Wanda wants uh, to go out west for her birthday. Um, so we're going to be doing that. Um, Prayingly by then we'll be stable and smooth, you know, enough to go, a good distance, and let her have a good time. Yeah, it is. It's yeah. All my family is in Alabama. Well, I had an aunt Corrine that lived in California. Uh, she died when I was probably 16 or 17 year old. Um, I had an aunt Lucy that lived in uh, North Philly, uh, Philadelphia. Um, but everybody else, they all live down here. I tell you what, that's like his allergy stuff, his sinus stuff. I've tried everything you can think of across the counter. It just don't help. I mean, and you think you got a runny nose, but you don't. But you still sniff. But it makes you feel that way. But it's aggravating. What you talking about? And when we was living up there on the ranch and it dusty and everything, I tell you what, boy, whoo wee, it was rough. I've tried both. That Robitussin helped pretty good at night. Uh, put a little bit on Mucinex. Uh, it seemed like it kind of clogged me up a little worse than I was. Memory Jesus, come see me. Uh, well, we've had plans to come to Canada. Uh, and my YouTube manager, has been wanting me to come to the UK uh, to advertise there. Um, I want to go to High River up there in uh, Canada, Mammy Jean. Uh, if you know round about where that's at, I want to go up there. Um, it's about, I would say, if I'm not badly mistaken now, uh, I think uh, they said it was like 20 miles from where that movie Heartland was filmed. Um, so I'm wanting to go up there and check out that location. They say you can get up so close to where that house was and the ranch and things, and come find out only one part of the whole filming of that movie, uh, maybe 7 or 8 episodes, was actually filmed in the Yellowstone. Uh, the rest of it was filmed, some of it about 20 miles away from Yellowstone Park. But it was all filmed, still kind of close to Yellowstone. Um, but I think she Wanda's wanting to go out to Arizona. Is where she's wanting to go. Uh, and I want to too because I want to go and hit the Birdcage Theater, the OK Corral, and all that good stuff. Hey Beth, hey Carol. Hey, I tell you what, I seen a video on YouTube about Philadelphia on the streets in Kingston's. If I'm saying that right, Kingston's, something like that, King something. Anyway, King Road. Uh, it's terrible, just terrible. Yeah, really cool. Kensington, yes, Kensington, yes. Uh, that's a terrible, terrible, terrible place. Uh, just tents set up everywhere, people overdosing just on the sidewalk. People just walk right on by them. Just don't worry about it. Yes, Alice. It is sad. I, I'm just doing right now, Carol. Hope you're doing fine. I it's still easy. Uh, I don't know if anybody ever watched that video of the Cathedral Caverns uh, that we got here down here in town. It's a big old cave I went into. It's a cathedral, and it's called Cathedral Caverns. Um, there was a movie film there back in the '90s, uh, and Miley Cyrus uh, played a part in it. Um, I don't I don't remember the name of the movie, but they got it on the wall up there at that gift shop there. Allergic to Dawn's dish soap. My goodness. Or wear you some gloves.
You get cold in there.
Huh?
And then you get cold in there.
Yeah. I tell you what, in that cave, it's dark as you go in, but further you go back, the prettier that thing gets.
If they're ready to go back on that now. There's a boy got that back there.
Yeah, these a couple of guys that went through a crack uh, to where they've got it stopped now, and they've never been able to get them out. Um, but they said that they was wanting to go another uh, 4,000 feet, but it would be like $2 or $3 million to do it. Um, but it is a nice place to and something nice to look at if y'all want to watch it. What's happening? I moved back to Alabama and trying to find a place to get, and we got to get up in the morning and go pick Raymond up about 6 o'clock and head back to Illinois and rent a U-Haul and bring our stuff back and put it in storage. Love. How you doing, Beth? C-48. Apparently, I left that. We put that other phone in one of them bags that because I can't find it. I thought I had all three, but I ain't got but these two, so I got to have the one that goes to that speaker, and I don't have the speaker, so apparently it's in a bag up there too. So, but probably I'll bring it back tomorrow. Um, it got sold. Uh, the old place got sold. Um, then we went to um, Illinois. Uh, um, we lived on a ranch. Uh, you know, well, we've lived on a ranch about all our life. Uh, my grandpa, uh, worked at sawmills, and uh, you know, they worked with cattle and everything else, and you know, and then we did as we was growing up. Um, I'm just country fried. Okay, you know, um, when it come hog season, I mean we tended to hogs. Uh, when it's turkey time, you know, that's what I got my 20 gauge for. There you go. That was a good old turkey fry. Uh, awesome. There is a place that I want me and Wanda. You got that right, Phyllis. You got that right. Um, there is a place that I I filmed a little bit of the museum part a year, 2 years ago, but there's a place called Fort Oglethorpe. That's correct, Fort Oglethorpe, and it is a battlefield uh, down here in Chattanooga, Tennessee, uh, at the outskirts of Tennessee. And but anyways, uh, if you look it up, uh, it's called you can find it as Chickamauga Battlefield, Chickamauga Battlefield, and I said that correct twice, Chickamauga Battlefield. Um, they were about 3,900 men died on 80 acres there in 2 days. Um, they say that you can hear gunfire, hollers, screams, and whatnot, and this and that. We've been through there during the day, but uh, we hadn't ever been able to go through there at night. Uh, uh, we just didn't never do it. Uh, but yeah, well, not for that one place. Uh, there's uh, like a little circle subdivision now, and uh, this big old building. It used to be an old schoolhouse back in the early 1800 or 1806, I think, and then they used it for a Civil War hospital, and then now they turned it into uh, a hotel. So I would like to go down there and stay the night and film that. Daggone it. And then if I'm right there, the battlefield is right there behind it. So I could set up camera with tripod, set it out in the field, and just let it, you know, just let it run. And now tell them what we're liable to hear. I think it would be pretty cool. Yes. No, Beth. Oh, I know, Alice. I know. I know that, but I, I would never ask a soul for anything for $1 unless I'm selling merch or something. But or unless somebody wants to donate, that's because they want to, not because I said anything. Uh, but it cost me up there be 389 up there. It costed me 46 dollars to fill up. Uh, so that'll be 46 one way and then 46 back. So there's your 100 right there. Plus about $90 to fill up the truck and then $90 to fill up the truck back. So there's you right around 300 right there knocked off, plus three or 400. Or, well, probably I can get it for around 400 up there. Uh, so looking at about 700-800 bucks in that one whack. Um, and I still got to pay my car payment. Um, um, and for here, for 2 nights here, uh, was $162. So that wasn't too awfully too bad. But there is another hotel over the way that's a little bit cheaper. So if we have to stay in one for a little while longer, we may have to go over to it. Uh, no, I never did. Yes, uh, it's it's things that we're definitely going to be doing because I try to go down. Well, me and Wanda went down there, and actually my sister went with us that time. We went through the museum, and believe it or not, uh, uh, certain times of the year they put on a show like a battle, like they had back then. Um, but what is so neat about the museum? At first, people really wouldn't, taking to the museum video. And then I got to describing about some of the firearms uh, that was coming up out of the ground as it would rain and things would start rising up. And they have found over 4,000 rifles. Some of them Henrys, some of them old long pack barrel uh, uh, guns, the muzzle loaders and things. Uh, and that museum is packed full of that stuff. And everything that they got there come from off that land. And they said that you could go like that hotel that turned into a hotel now that they use as a hospital. They said you could walk around with a black light and hold it close to the floor, and you can still see the blood stains in the floors. They still got the original floors in it. Uh, hey, Joni, Alice, if I get back in time and it ain't 10 o'clock time I get Raymond home and get back, I'll try to go live. But if not, I won't be able to. It'll be the following day. Uh, but I won't have to wait to go live so late. But I wanted to take this opportunity to let everybody know this, the life situation now and why everything is different. Mm, yeah, it's down here. I tell you what, it was it was kind of funny uh, down there at Little River Canyon. Um, if y'all been with me for a minute, y'all know where I'm talking about. Little River Canyon. It's a pretty place. Um, they got some steps that go down, and you can go down and walk on this balcony like thing and overlook a waterfall and a river. It goes around a big old canyon. Uh, was up there one time, and there was no black bear uh, was walking on that uh, walk path, that they got built with handrail. And I know we will. And that bear come up to this woman, and she started screaming at the top of her lungs. And I tell you what's the truth. I bet you could smell that woman for 60 yards away. I don't know what kind of perfume she wore, but I tell you what, it gag a maggot. Uh, but what there was probably about 20 people there that day, and that game warden, that wildlife preserve feller was there, and he hollered and told that woman, said, "Ma'am," said, "if you'd shut up, quit, screaming," said he'll go on his way. He's just trying to work his way down to the water to feed. And I don't know which one it was. So I don't know if it was a man or a woman, but somebody said that bear wouldn't have touched her if he had to. He wouldn't have bit into her the way she stunk. Everybody got tickled. Uh, but every time that bear would sniff her, he would blow his nose. I mean, it's something else, guys. But uh, it's pretty neat down in there. No, and them, tell you the truth, them old black bears, uh, they're not as aggressive as an old grizzly bear. I can tell you right now, unless there's cubs around. Uh, now I have, yeah. Sometime you can go down there and you'll see a couple of cubs out in the creek catching them trout, but you'll see mama standing there on the edge of the waterfall watching them babies. Uh, it's nice to see. Hadn't got to see it in a long time. There's a lot of caves up in there in them canyons. If I was younger, I'd climb down in there and go in some of them, but I can't now. But I come up with an idea I might could do. I might could strap a uh, GoPro to a fishing wire and uh, run it down and let it film inside as much as it possibly can, just to see if there's anything inside there. Even people tell you that bears hibernate during the winter, uh, and but nowadays you can't really tell much uh, the changes of other seasons, but maybe a couple of months out of the seasons. Uh, I mean, a couple of days out of the seasons. Um, but bears still, uh, they roam at night. Um, but if they've got a good cave that they're used to and they like, you'll know it. Because if you get close to it, you'll hear them snoring. And sometime, now when me and Joseph was little, we walked into a cave one time, and there was probably 4 or 5 bears, all just piled up on one top of one another, back there sleeping. We just backed on out of there, and got on back to the house. That was a no-no. Uh, but they wouldn't hurt a GoPro, so that would be pretty neat to do. And see, that's something we hadn't done at Little River Canyon yet. And like on the far side of Little River Canyon, on the right side, um, you can walk down to the top of the waterfall, and I could use my fishing line and tape it to my GoPro and run it down in front of the waterfall itself, because behind the waterfall there's like a what they call a shelter. It's kind of cut out, in an angle back up in there pretty deep. They say Indian, used to live back up in there, which pretty good idea. Um, I think it would make for an awesome video. Um, Shoot, there wasn't nothing brave about that. They gummy. If them bears would have woke up, man, would have been JD Jerky and Joseph Jerky in 30 seconds. Hey Christy, how you doing, love? But a lot of time, if you see a black bear up there around the Fort Payne area, or Somerville, Somerville, Tennessee, uh, places like that, um, it's very rare that you'll see a grizzly. And the black bears, about the only trouble that they really cause is getting in people's garbage cans. And somebody filmed uh, at the Little River Canyon in the parking lot. There was a bear, probably 600-700 pounds, uh, was jerking on a car and busted the window, and kept jerking on it until it jerked the door open, and the door was locked. And he got in there, and uh, he come out with a McDonald's sack. So, you know, they tell you up there, don't leave food out and things. They can smell it. Yeah. So it's not. Mm, it's not good to do. Um, and it caused some damage in that car. It tore the seats up and everything. But he come out of there with his McDonald's anyways. So Jun Junua Jun Junua, Alaska. Junua, Alaska. Like gummit. Well, I mean, you know, even like when you go to the Smoky Mountains, and like if you rent a cabin, they tell you don't put uh, 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 trash out until you get ready to leave, because when you get ready to leave, they'll somebody come by and pick the trash cans up and take and empty them. Then they won't let the garbage stay out. Um, Back when my grandmother and them was alive, they was up there and they was in a their cabin had a hot tub out on the balcony, and they was out there in that hot tub, and here come an old black bear walking up in there. I don't think he did anything, but scared them girls to death. They jumped out, run back in that cabin. Uh, they're just looking for something to eat, you know.
But you don't feed them.
Yes, Alice, I know that, love. Huh?
Then they'll tell you don't feed them.
No, you don't feed them.
That's dangerous.
Doggone right. Uh, no, Juno. Juno is capital. You know. Up here, well, up on the mountain up here at Grant, there's some caves up there. I've seen bear tracks. Um, there's a place called Parker Point, um, and some of the there was no logging trails back up in there, and some of it had like sand and stuff. Some of it had old red dirt clay up through there too. Um, so I know some of them caves up in there's got bears in them. Um, so I, I'm just thinking doing that with a GoPro up there at Little River Canyon. If we do that, that'll be sights that we've never seen before. Uh, Even if we just lower, down in front of the caves and then in front of the waterfall, get as close as I possibly can uh, to the water. Bring it down and then up and over and back around. Uh, I think it would make for an awesome video. No, good night, Judy. Thank you for being here, love. I love you. Yes, Cage Cove is nice. That's the first place I ever went. Uh, uh, what's that called? Uh, where you slide across the water. I forget what you call that. Zip lining up in Cage Cove. That's the first place I ever zip lined in my life. Uh, I enjoyed it though. Truth Wonder, yes. Uh, Nashville is not a good place. It's not a good place at all. Um, but guys, it's 11 o'clock. I'm gonna go ahead and get off here, and try to get some sleep. Uh, I've got to try to get up early as I can and go get Raymond. Thank you, Risa, for that. Bless all of you. Love all of you. And like I said, if I do not get to go live tomorrow, it's because we got back too late. But if something happens and I can, I will. Um, but if not, then definitely the next day. Um, but yeah, again, I love each and every one of you, and thank all of you. Uh, we will see you either tomorrow or the next day. Good night.